Well, cheese. That's the topic. Woo. Listen. Okay, my pocket screaming cheese. Somebody take a picture, get the Richard click, put that up on Twitter. Got a mean green team, money just keep getting bigger. All the way turned up, send that to the mixer. Switch it up, back it up, let me make it clearer. Nigga, so much ice make our bodies turn to shiver. Got us, not our bodies turn to clever. Ain't spitting no game, but I already with the. Tried to get on team heavy, but I had to flip her. To the next minute, stick shifter. In the car, we made the beat coming through the kicker. Go so hard with it, this the freestyle kicker.
Is that it?
Oh, you want me to go more?
Just give me a little bit more. You got me a little hyped up there, brother.
Listen, give me a topic, I go off anything. Trying to get me and I'm off a diamond ring. Got my boy Maximillion and he doing things. Big things coming out and we doing rings. Whoa, oh, get off the beat. Let me get off the microphone cause I'm off the heat. Whoa, and I don't know what to say and I'm spraying. People going off and they know that they hating. Whoa, and I'm so hungry right now. People try to drop on my style. I don't know what I'm saying. Don't going for a while when the uncles kiss tongue towel out. Hey, give me a topic. Get up and I'm about to stop it.
Urban Street. All right. Good evening. My name is Roger Franklin. Welcome to Urban Street Radio /TV. I am your humble host, founder of Action Center and Urban Street. Listen, we are here again in the midst of this great recording and getting ready to go live with you in the very near future once we get all these kinks and inks and anks out of the way. We are excited about what is getting ready to take place. We have a great show for you today. We have a great artist, Maximillion, that's going to be here and expressing his gifting talents. And we got a lot of great questions for him. We're also going to go into our second segment, which it seems to be one of our favorite, is on relationships. How do we make them better? And how do we get out of those that seem to be a tad bit raggedy? How many's ever been in a relationship that could use some help?
Hey.
Everybody out there listening, rappers rap about relationship. Music is about relationship. Our country's driven by relationship. So we know relationships can be a little testy from time to time. So we're going to get into that. But let me make a few announcements and let you know what's coming so you'll be aware of why we are here. Action Center and Urban Street Radio TV is here because our goal is to go into zip codes that have the average struggle that is taking place across our nation. We don't care if you're in Dallas, Memphis, North Carolina, South Carolina, Oklahoma City, even in Africa areas. We're tapping into. We are looking to come in your zip code and launch some pretty big community events with entertainment. We're going to bring things to meet your immediate needs, whatever that struggle. If you're looking for a job, man, we're bringing the jobs to you. If you need employment, feel free to call the number you're going to see on the screen. We can help you find a job anywhere between 18 to 32 years of age. We specialize in meeting those needs. So it's September 22nd. We have one of our citywide zip code events coming up. It's going to be held in the North Dallas area. Don't have the address with me, but I'll be announcing that as it takes place. We're expecting several hundreds of people to come to that. And then we're doing our tour back in Grand Prairie, which is kicking in here in the next month and a half or so. We're going to be launching back in about 45 different facilities. And it looks like every 3 months we'll be in a facility bringing all of that outreach need to help take care of your community. If you're out there, if you know anybody looking for some type of help getting out of any addiction, feel free to reach us. We are here for you. Amen? Amen. Listen, so we're going to dive right in. We got my dear partner, Mr. Maximillion.
What's up, brother?
I'm going to let Max say, but hold on, Max. Let me let my host and co-host say hi. I always have to introduce them. Boy, I'm burning to hear from them. I love this music you got out. And we're going to dive on you, man. We're going to take care of it. Mr. Angelo just opened up with us. Is my partner in crime. Say hello, Angelo.
Yeah, man, we got Max in the building, y'all. Social love for Max. So, what's the new project that you're working on? Tell us about that.
Oh, man. So, I have a new project called 914 Duncanville. And just a quick snippet of it. Most of the project consists of me living at home from a young age and being kicked out to have to fend for myself, on the streets for myself. Ooh. And that means going from job to job. Yeah. Having issues with my car, and this is all doing it by myself at the age of 18. So 914.
Okay, hold that thought. Boy, you almost got me going into the interview. Hold that thought. We want to let our co-hostess say hello, Miss Angel.
Hello, hello.
Miss Angel, can you just sing a little note? You know, I always try to have you do that. Just sing a little note. Just do a little introduction of who you are.
Introduction of who I am.
Just a
Sing.
What? Like, it be the way
just wanted
he
to
come
say.
off and be like, look, introduction.
Just
Go ahead, show a little something.
If I say Max, I want you to do a little flow, let people know who you are. Boom, he jumped.
Okay, but what you just say
A
to
singer
me.
though.
Okay. My bad. That's the best we can do. Just let us hear, what blesses music, hear your vocals, and I just want people to hear that. Isn't that right, Richard?
No.
Yes, sir.
Richard Rich
Give us
says.
something like, don't hurt us. You know what I'm saying?
Something like, all right. While we live this lifestyle, we fade away. While we so caught up in moments, 'cause things ain't the same. And then I'm trying to stay focused, but a lot is on my brain. And if you hear or understand, then I know you feel the same.
Oh, stop.
Why do we live this lifestyle?
All right, girl.
Okay.
See, we got to get a check for that. We can't just keep letting that go.
Right.
Now, she's going to be really helping us with the topic of relationships. Seems like our viewing audience really enjoys what Miss Angel is on talking about relationships, because she kind of go in, and her co-host is
I'ma
hostess.
tell it how it is.
This
I'ma
lady
tell
over
it
here.
how it
Yeah,
is,
get a
not
shot
how
of
it's
her.
supposed to.
When they go in on the relationship subject, man, they get a little hot and
It's a
heavy in here for the
sensitive
fellas.
subject.
So anyway, we are so glad about what's taking place and where we're headed. Now, I want to, Mr. Angelo's going to ask my dear partner again that question. And we're going to get right into him, because we want to know all about him. I love his music, love his drive. So, Mr. Angelo, take that over.
Okay, man. So like we were saying, kind of explain your project and the thought process on how you got to where you was at, the whole video and everything to the people.
So I have a project again called 914 Dunkerville coming out, and the single off of that project so far is Nappy Head Israelite. Now it's a dogma, because in one scene the video is like, Nappy Head Israelite. It's a beautiful song, but the visuals for the project is almost catastrophic. So that's what I want the project to represent: being inside of a loving atmosphere, but going through a lot of stuff, almost
You
like
said it's
life.
called Nappy Headed Israel.
Nappy Head Israelite. Yeah, my new single.
Explain that title.
Okay, so Nappy Head Israelite. My preference, my religion, what I believe, of course, is that the blacks, Latinos, Native American Indians are the true Israelites according to the Bible. But that doesn't stop me from going through every single day trials and tribulations.
Right.
Just because I call myself an Israelite doesn't mean I won't lose my job.
Sure.
Just because I call myself an Israelite doesn't mean my car won't break down.
Right.
So it definitely defines the normal things that happen to an everyday person,
So
regardless of religion.
So your music is surrounded by your belief system,
Yeah.
and kind of getting to the heart of what you believe and about our minority culture of music.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say it influences. It,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you said what's the name? What's the name of the album again?
The name of the album is 914 Dunkerville.
914. Where did the 914 come from? Is that the area
Literally,
code?
yeah, that's literally the name of my
Okay.
house. So
Okay.
I've been living in that address since I was 14 years old.
Okay.
And I feel like from 14 years old all the way to 18, of course, turning 19 next month, I feel like I went through a lot of things.
Right.
And then it also begins to become anger. And that confusion just becomes misunderstanding. So as an artist, I have no choice but to put it down in music. You know what I'm saying? That's where my creative process comes from.
Okay. So when you see those type of things, because I've heard your music, man, I love it. I love
Thank
your
you.
beats, all of it. I mean, I've heard quite a bit of your stuff. It's not too much I don't like that you put out. Only thing I don't like is you didn't came to my events, you didn't care. But anyway, we're gonna work on that.
Open up opportunity, man. Open up opportunity. I'll be there.
We're gonna work on that too. But I do know this. Tell us about your energy level. What keeps you fired up with this energy to go like you're going? Because most people your age have some energy, but that energy kind of goes up and down. Yours seems like it's just on fire with it. So kind of tell me about your energy.
Honestly, man, if I can introduce her behind me, this
absolutely.
woman
Come on,
right here.
tell her, come on up.
Honestly, I'm just gonna say this real quick. It's the youth, man. When I do music, for me, it's not just music. I have to put a message on my songs. Because
Absolutely.
I'm not just making music for my own pleasure and entertainment. Somebody else is gonna listen to it.
Right.
And at the end of the day, I just want them to grab a message. You know, you can keep on going, bro. Even if your car's broke down, you can keep on going, bro. So I love what she does.
And who are we looking at right
This is
here?
Ella. This is Ella. Go ahead.
Ella, you gotta stand in front of that mic. That's directional. Just say hello.
Hello.
And Miss Ella, you do what now?
I do music as well.
You rap, Ella?
I
So we got Nicki Minaj, we got
Rhapsody. This Rhapsody.
what's the other one? Cardi B. We got MC Light. I'm talking female rappers.
You ain't have to put them back to back like that.
Well, I didn't know what else.
Especially when I have the
So this particular flow inspires you to keep on going with your music. So since that's inspirational to you, your message in your music, because I think that's what's missing a lot with music today is the message in it. So kind of share with me your message in your music. We know what inspires you. So tell us how your message comes forward.
Yeah, man. Honestly, excuse me. I'm sorry.
go ahead.
Honestly, I have a new song coming out on the 15th. Well, not on the 15th. We're still trying to get the date together.
Right.
But this month, I have a new song called "Insecure" coming out, and I dedicate that song to Duncanville High School because before I got back into music, before I took a little break, I got into the Bible, and one thing the Bible taught me was self-character, morality, and discretion.
Right.
You know, the Bible says, "Discretion shall preserve you; understanding shall keep you."
Right.
Me personally, I feel like if I don't have discretion, which is purpose, and if I don't have understanding of that purpose, I'm not going anywhere, you know.
Absolutely.
So-
Absolutely. Well, you mentioned Bible.
Mhm.
Now, how tough is it to mix your foundational faith in with your music? So, because the most, and it's not gospel rap.
Yeah,
I mean,
of course.
we're not going down that line, but I think some of that stuff's kind of corny anyway. But we'll get into that someday.
Of course.
But with your message in yours, since Bible is your thrust, how do you balance that? Because I hear a lot of that in you.
Yeah.
But how when others out there hear that in-depth stuff, like, man, where that young man get that from? They don't know it's coming from that book.
Yeah.
So how do you package that in a way where it's accepted, but not pushed off because it is coming by?
I mean, one day I'm gonna look back at this, and I hope we both, me and him, can look back at this and kick and laugh. But I look up to Kendrick Lamar, man. I really look up to Kendrick Lamar because he had an album called Damn, and in the album, he portrayed a lot of biblical references.
Yeah.
You know, especially the song called Yah.
Mhm.
So I think he's not afraid to use his platform of a spiritual message and say that I'm not afraid to represent God.
Absolutely.
I mean, even I'm gonna leave it on this point. Even in Good Kid, Mad City, there was a song called Real, and his father on that song his father said that real is loving God.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not corny. It's not corny to believe in God. I
Absolutely.
think it's corny when you try to act like He doesn't exist. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying?
Absolutely.
So that's just my perspective.
Well, what I mean by corny is the real music versus what we would call our typical gospel rap. Now, I'm all with this. I'm pastor for 27 years, still doing that thing. But the gospel rap doesn't seem to have that.
It seems to put itself in more of a block versus letting itself.
And not reality.
expand.
You know what I'm
That is a good way to
saying?
put that.
Yeah.
It seemed like it kind of holds back. So maybe all of these great new artists that are coming up, Angelo, these new Maximilians and different ones like the young lady just introduced, maybe God is using you all to be the next wave voice
Of course.
for this next
Of course.
generation coming, because the old stuff is just not working today.
Of course.
And I don't want to get off into the Bible thing, boy, because I
No.
get sucked in that, it won't come out. But because I will go down that road, it won't come out. So, but what I want to talk about is when you're performing, okay, when you're performing, kind of tell me your method to move the crowd, to get them into your music.
You gotta feel it first, man. You gotta feel it first. People are not gonna. I heard a song before. It says people don't care how much you care until they know how much you care, and that's a circle.
Absolutely.
But it's real. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to. If people don't feel you, you gotta feel you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You really have to know that what you're putting out is worth somebody's ears listening.
Absolutely.
People don't care. They're not gonna listen to you if you don't feel what you're feeling. You know what
Right,
I'm
now
saying?
that's true.
So-
That's true. You got something for me,
And,
man?
and I was gonna pick up on this question. Do you feel as if hip hop is being confused with rap? We were talking about this in the lobby earlier. A lot of new wave artists nowadays. We have the Little Pump, the Lil Yachty, the Zan, whatever. You know, so
Pump. What's up?
yeah, the pump, the sand,
Mac Miller.
the perp, the dicky, like
No, don't call Dickie.
Right.
Dickie, he good.
Nah, Dickie's nice.
Dickie got
Dickie's
bars.
nice.
Diggy got bars. Diggy got bars.
Dicky's nice.
Don't do Diggy. Don't do Diggy.
Sorry, Dickie. Dicky's nice. I don't listen to Dickie though, but Dickie's nice.
He got some bars.
Oh, you said.
You know what's nice?
Well, you said Dicky or Diggy.
Okay, Dickie's nice. Okay.
Diggy sitting this guy.
So do you feel as if hip hop and rap is confused? And explain how you feel.
Honestly, there's a difference between lyrical and mumble. And here's my thing. Lyrical artists,
You gotta say that one more time.
there's a difference between lyrical and mumble. And you even have
Mumble rap.
People who today are saying, man, mumble rappers are better than lyrical rappers. Again, that's their preference.
Yeah.
I grew up on Nas, KRS-One, you know, Biggie, Tupac, you know.
He was lyric. You were live back
People
then?
who poured into my soul and actually spoke their reality into my reality.
Yeah, yeah.
But to answer your question, I think it was a person from Run DMC. I can't remember his name, but he said, music today, the mumble rap today is no different than disco. And let me explain that.
Absolutely.
Disco back in the 70s before
Red
hip
Ron
hop
said
came out.
that.
Yeah, he said disco back in the 70s was not relatable to hip hop because hip hop started in the Bronx.
Right.
It wasn't relatable to the children who were on Section 8, the children who had to make peanut butter sandwiches to eat at night. Disco used to represent fat, flashy meeks, you know, flashy shoes, a very lavish lifestyle. Mumble rap today does the same exact thing. You know, look how many cars I got. Look how many, and they say foreign women. They don't say women, foreign women.
Right.
Look how many foreign women I got. Look how many chains I got. You know, that don't relate to me. You know what I'm saying?
So
'Cause-
what I'm hearing is, okay, rap, pretty boy,
yeah,
jewelry,
yeah,
like
Flashy, yeah.
fashioned out.
yeah.
Hip hop, you got the Jay-Z, the culture, the you know, the look, the rough, real, raw person, right? Is that the distinction that you're trying to?
Yeah, I think I'm just trying to separate real from a facade. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If I was to get signed today by Dreamville, shout out to Dreamville.
In case you watch it. In case you watch it. Cold world.
I think one thing you have to do is come in the way you came out, or excuse me, come in the way you were always.
Yeah.
You know, you can't put on this facade of I'm this lavish person or I got it made because you didn't have it like that before. How are you going to relate to people who are going through the same exact
Absolutely.
struggle? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So-
Well, I want to look at it this way. Then we got to go out of this segment, hit to a commercial, and kind of show some things on you, and then we're going to come back.
Yeah.
I want to say this. I strongly believe that people can feel authentic. Hip hop is authentic, and I think it can feel real. And you don't have to be some call them performers or this and that.
Yeah.
I don't believe real artists are performers. I think it's just who they are.
Of course.
And that message comes across so real that people can feel that and they want to buy that. They want to listen to it. They want to feel it. And so to be real, I'm going to say, man, I appreciate your realness. Stay real with your music because that's what's needed out here. We have way too much fake in the church, back down to the street. And we need the real to come back so people can feel that and get their lives changed.
And if I can say one more thing, I know a lot of artists in Dallas that I grew up with. I respect them, of course. They're good people.
Sure.
But it's like I know a lot of artists who are still trying to push the same persona as mumble rappers. Like, look how many cars I got. And these dudes working at Walmart. You know, I work with them.
Absolutely.
So I'm like, bro, people will respect you more when you talk about something that you actually did.
Absolutely.
You know, that's
Yes,
called
sir.
true art.
Yes, sir.
I love that.
Well,
So-
I'll tell you a true fact. Then I know the producer's pushing me. True fact is real is readable.
Yeah.
When you see real, you know what it is, you know where it's coming from. And I believe if we can just get back to being real, that means be honest with yourself, first of all.
Sir.
You can't be honest with yourself, nobody else is going to catch it. So, man, I appreciate your music.
Yes, sir.
We love you, man. We're going to be following you like crazy. As Maximilian, y'all tell them where they can find you.
You can follow me at officialmaxmillion, and also you can go to princeofaking.com. Of course, I post new and daily updated content. But official Maximilian anywhere and everywhere: YouTube, Instagram, social media. Yeah.
All right, before we leave, we're gonna have my boy Max do a quick freestyle on this.
Bars.
Yeah. Hey,
Bars.
this one's for Mac Miller, man, for real. Yeah. Nikes on my feet, keep my cipher complete. Yeah, this one's for Mac Miller. Shout out to Nas. Yeah. Yeah. Keep my cipher complete. Yeah. Thinking about the Nikes that I never get. While Donald Trump knocking cabinet. Silly white rabbit, just imagine if the military had no black men. Would your flag still be average? I ain't African or American, cause Hebrew my heritage. I told you niggas that my hair is nappy, can't afford a pick. Fuck a Nike shoe, I'm only stocking NASDAQ, but filling my basket with new residuals. My check is more than Air Max. It don't take a fool to get that. All I do was write rap, spit knowledge, kick back. Only 18, hoping that this year would just pass. Hard to cope, spitting dope when all your idols overdose. We was taught love yourself, but nobody wanna show. Not hilarious, nah, this shit was never a joke, but inferious. We destroyed for lacking to know. We inherited laws that was given to grow. Yeshua separating sheep from the goats. Nikes on my feet, my cipher complete. Bless you.
Amen.
He blessed you. Yeah, bars.
All right, we'll be right back. Y'all hang tough. Watch these commercial breaks. We'll be right back.
Disneyland, but we don't.
Hey G, turn me up a little bit. Am I turned up? Okay, good. Hey, I love myself, my wealth is through my heritage. My nappy roots come from the roots of my grandma's kid. Father from average, I broke the spell of Willie Lynch. Climbing up the rope, the same slave master hung my neck. My window tinted, my seat is brown, my afro vintage. Inside the south with 808, so my niggas feel me. And sincerely, when you hear this dearly, I've been making records clearly, so the message fit the chorus simply.
Saturday morning. Woke up so good, giving glory. Saturday morning. Woke up so good, giving glory.
Hey, I've been on my grind, I hope the 9 to 5.
Yeah, what's up? Okay. Oh, Urban Street Radio. Ella Rhymes. Bars.
You said that I gotta, but I don't. You said that I have to, but I won't. You said that I need to, but I don't. You said that I gotta, but I don't. You said that I have to, but I won't. You said that I need to, but I don't. Yeah. Cause it's all a gimmick, all conflicted thoughts. Feel like them a search for who I was thinking of the person, people. I'm feeling like it's wrong to wanna be somebody people demand to see. Searching for the spotlight, even if it's not right. Is it worth it? Nah, I ain't gotta be someone I'm not. Authentic and unique, that's me. Pull up in the scene, looking all OG. Originality is key, the opening doors of opportunities. And I am no copy. I am the first and the last. So listen, don't tell me what to do, what to wear, how to do my hair. I don't really care for opinions. I'd rather live my life the way I want, the way it's meant. I'm not obsessed with trying to feel obligated. See, I just hate it when you feel like I need your acceptance, when all that matters is the recognition I got for me. I don't need no opinion.
Tell us your name one more time, sweetie.
Ella Rhymes.
Miss Ella Rhymes. Ella was rhyming.
One L, two Z.
Ella was rhyming.
About to do an acapella for us right quick.
Come on.
Got an acapella fella. Cold world, no blanket right here. Acapella fella. What's up? I'm giving 2 mics. Boy, Ella Rhymes, y'all.
Ella Rhymes, one more time.
I felt that.
Hey man, I was nice. Gonna hit like that. That was nice.
All right.
What's your name?
We needed music, or we just going in?
He looked like he was going in.
Let's just go in.
The real thing is, it's just like my music comes with like a lot of profanity. They said I gotta clean it up so I can play something from my music.
No, just do
from the heart.
This is Urban Street.
See, y'all touch.
That's how I do that.
Here's a good thing.
That's great.
Spit something from the heart about the struggle you've been through that's gonna help somebody else.
Something more inspirational than
Exactly. Yeah, we don't want the rap. We want the hip hop.
See, cause I could say something. You know, I ain't. No, nah, don't.
Okay, hold on.
I ain't gonna
Let me
lie.
say this. Let me say. Everybody
Set the tone.
listen to Franklin. Okay, this is what we do. What is your flavor of music, sir?
Flavor. If I had to put artists in a whole category,
Yes, sir. Cookies and cream.
it would be
Definitely cookies and cream.
Hold on, let me listen, Dave. Let me
I'm
listen.
trying to keep it serious.
It would be-
Trace back, y'all.
it would be J. Cole,
What's up?
Wiz Khalifa,
Yeah.
Erykah Badu, and Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Okay,
Oh,
listen,
man.
listen. This is what I need.
I
I
don't
need
even
you
like
to
him.
flow in something.
So, nah.
And
Right.
Put that on the
Miss
bring it
Badu.
in. We got 10 seconds, and then I got to move to my next segment.
All right,
Yeah.
And tell us your name.
My name is Kush Sparker.
Kush Walker.
Kush with 2 H's, Sparker like you sparking.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay. I am.
They got it.
Look. Fuck being on some chill shit. My uncle used to murder boys, so all I know is kill shit. These rappers' music got me numb, cause I don't ever feel shit. Should hop up in a million, man, cause all I feel is ill shit. Oh no. Let's go, you got me started, flow sharpening a hornet like I'm straight up out of Charlotte, painting pictures with my rhymes. They consider me an artist, like yo bitch trying to fuck me, boy. She know that I'm the hardest. Real shit, make it come real quick, flow dope. 1 bar, that's a gram, 1 verse, that's a brick. Call up the plug, I'm finna get me off another zip. Feeling like I'm David Beckham with these flows I'm trying to kick. Not the type for niggas switching up. Stress settle for less or ever giving up. In the rap kitchen, ain't no telling what I'm whipping up. Catching me in Milwaukee, my nigga, I'm trying to get the bucks. O's for custos, roll up and then blow. Puff, puff, get stuck, my eyes sit real low. She fuck, suck, and bust is what I've been told. You go nuts and fuck while I go out and do shows. Beast mode in my flow, they say I need entertainment. All I picture is success, but it's hard to frame it.
Yeah.
A young prophet coming to you, cause I'm only in the rhyme. Old hoes say I changed, cause I fuck with new dimes. 2 lines, that's the dopest shit I'm ever sniff. Put the bong in rotation, make sure to keep it lit. Fresh load, I clear my mind before I take a rip. And when I rap in your presence, you say I got the gift. A nigga well on his way, my flow would get me rich. Sitting in a 6 with tools, but I don't need a fix. I feel Jackson's in my pocket like I played for the Knicks. I got a vision that's unseen, spitting dope ass shit.
All right. Now listen.
What's your name again?
Tell us your name one more time.
Hey, like I said, man, I go by the name of Kush Sparker. Kush with 2 H's,
All right,
Sparker like you
all
sparking.
right.
No. We don't need to spark nothing.
Not up in here. Not up in here.
Mr. Kush.
But I said
All right, y'all get Cushman one more hand. Come on. Kush Spark. All right, listen. Now we're going to dive right into our next segment. And let me say this to all of those watching and listening. And you know who I am. You know what I do. You know I'm on the front line trench. So don't be texting me, calling me about no crazy words. I like the message in all of these young men and their artists. I'd rather them perform their gift in a controlled environment than be out here where they can have all kind of junk take place on them. So I'm excited about these young men and women. Now listen, we're going to go right into this subject that is really needed across the world, and that is on relationships. Everybody's dealing with them. Now, you take all these different artists, they represent relationships. Some relationships you can handle, and there's some you can't. Some of you can handle certain lyrics from certain artists, and some of you can handle lyrics from other artists. It all depends on where you stand. And if you want to be in a good relationship, I think you got to be able to flow with every type of artist in a relationship, so you can grow a little bit. Amen?
Amen.
All right. So listen, first thing we want to dive on is why. Now listen, we're going to be controlled because last week I couldn't record anything because everybody dove in, and I'm going to need this thing to be controlled. Relationship subjects are tough.
That's what happened when I go on a honeymoon.
2 things. David is back from his honeymoon from New York. Our co-host David. Y'all give him
Shout out.
Speaking of relationships, David is back from the honeymoon, and we know honeymoons only last a season.
Absolutely.
And I also want to tell you guys this real quick. We're going to be introducing this great band that's going to be partnering with us with another level of what we're trying to go in our live TV thing. And I'm going to introduce you to those guys when we come back. So anyway, relationships. Now, one question I got for Miss Angel. But we always start with Angel. Angel with a J in relationship. Angel. We're dealing with relation. What in the experience of ladies. We have some ladies here. I want some comments. In the experience of ladies, What is the 3 top things in a relationship that frustrates you?
The 3 top things that
Number 1.
Don't sugarcoat
frustrates me. Oh, I'm not gonna sugarcoat you.
Ask me.
The first thing I'm trying to figure out if I could just pick out 3 things.
Just pick one.
Okay,
Top 3
one main thing that frustrates me about a relationship is communication.
Yes, ma'am. That's the key.
You know, cause I feel like people get in relationships and they don't. Okay, if I wanted to go to Hawaii, right?
Yeah.
And later down in life, and I'm saving up and I'm doing what I got to do and I'm working hard and and you want to go to
Jamaica.
Yeah, Jamaica,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So we both working hard. We might have a good relationship until it get to that point. Well, all right, I want to go to Jamaica. Well, I've been saving up to go to Hawaii. It just be a lack of communication when it comes to relationships and where y'all going, what y'all doing, and why y'all even in a relationship.
So communication
is
a major
I feel like that's the biggest thing. Secondly,
It's breath thing.
I'm majoring in communication. by the way.
So how does
number 2?
No,
It's
shut
his
up.
breath thing. Got that how to
I'm like,
talk.
who first?
Hold on, fellas.
Yeah.
You gotta stay controlled.
Secondly,
So give us the second.
the second one, I was gonna say understanding, but that falls into communication. Secondly, I feel like people's, I want to say the second thing is people's attitude when it comes to a relationship.
Communication and attitude.
Yes.
Okay.
I say attitude because certain people, they like to get in relationships, male or female, because I'm not going to do the male or female thing. Male or female, they get in relationships. Females actually feel like they get in a relationship and he cute. They think they could change a man. You feel me?
Uh-oh.
And I feel like men get in relationships mostly, not all men, boys or whatever y'all want to call it. They get in relationships and think that, oh well, this my, you my man, I'm in control and They come into the situation trying to control. Now, it's not about it's not about how you're trying to combat it. It's about how you do it. How you come about it.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Did I say that wrong?
No, you said it right. So and anybody can jump on this one. So when you first meet somebody, statistics say in the first 4 minutes of meeting somebody, you know whether or not you want to be physical with that person. You know whether or not you want to get a phone number or communicate with this person. In the first 30 seconds to 4 minutes in that conversation. Matter of fact, I believe I go even deeper. When you see somebody.
Being the person I am now.
Okay.
So, yes.
Well, now you started music at what age?
Age 12.
Age 12.
Yeah.
What influenced you to wake that music thing up in you at age 12?
I think it's just, I think music flows through our people, man. Like, I think sounds, rhythm, energy, vibe, all that just flows through our people, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, when we can't express ourselves, when it's not marching, or when we can't express ourselves, when it's not politically speaking, we do nothing else other than get a drum and start making a beat and coming off of the heart, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
So it's a culture in you. At 12, you started noticing that.
Oh, of course.
And started putting. Now, do you write yours or do you freestyle everything?
I'm playing. I write everything down.
Okay.
Yeah, I write everything down.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Then I think Angela wanted to ask you something. So when you're writing, what is your creative process when you're writing? Do you see something like on the news? I'm not going to get too heavy into our politics stuff, which we will in the future. So when you see stuff, the injustices taking place. For example, the young man that was in his apartment, minding his business, and in walks a armed officer of another, ethnic group, and kills him. does that thing inspire you there to do writing? Because you know, in my line of work, it inspires me to go out and start sharing this message across the country, and outreaches and through TV and radio. So what inspires you? Is it that type of thing, or,
Of course,
or what
of course.
sparked that?
Of course. Actually, it's funny because I had a conversation with a cop last night, and before I was getting something to drink, I said, out of curiosity, I said, hey man, so what happened with that situation?
Right.
And of course, he's an officer, so he's not obliged to tell me what happened.
Okay.
So me personally, as a civilian, when I'm still left in confusion, all I can do is just express how I feel.
Right.
And as an artist, when that confusion builds up, it begins to become tension.
Right.
And then it also begins to become anger. And that confusion just becomes misunderstanding.
Mm.
So as an artist, I have no choice but to put it down in music. You know what I'm saying? That's where my creative process comes from.
Okay.
So-
So when you see those type of things, because I've heard your music, man, I love it. I love
Thank
your
you.
beats, all of it. I mean, I've heard quite a bit of your stuff. It's not too much I don't like that you put out. Only thing I don't like is you ain't came to my events and did it yet. But anyway, we're gonna work on that
Open up
too.
opportunity, man. Open up opportunity. I'll be there.
We're gonna work on that too. But I do know this. Tell us about your energy level. What keeps you fired up with this energy to go like you're going? Because most people your age have some energy, but that energy kind of goes up and down. Yours seems like it's just on fire with it. So kind of tell me about your energy.
Honestly, man, if I can introduce her
Yeah,
behind me,
absolutely. Tell her come on up. Tell her come on up.
You wanna come? Honestly, I'm just gonna say this real quick.
Yeah.
It's the youth, man. When I do music, for me, it's not just music. I have to put a message on my songs. Because
Absolutely.
I'm not just making music for my own pleasure and entertainment. Somebody else is gonna listen to it.
Right.
And at the end of the day, I just want them to grab a message to know you can keep on going, bro. Even if your car's broke down, you can keep on going, bro. So I love what she does.
And who are we looking
This
at right
is
here?
Ella. This is Ella.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Ella, you gotta stand in front of that mic. That's directional. Just say hello.
Hello.
And Miss
Hi.
Ella, you do what now?
I do music as well.
You rap, Ella?
I rap,
So
I rap, sing, yeah.
So we got Nicki Minaj, we got
Rhapsody. This is Rhapsody.
what's the other one's name? Cardi B. We got
Kendrick.
MC Light. I'm talking female rappers.
Oh,
You ain't have to put them back to back like that.
Well, I didn't know what
else.
else. So this particular flow inspires you to keep on going with your music. So since that's inspirational to you, your message in your music, because I think that's what's missing a lot with music today is the message in it. So kind of share with me your message in your music. We know what inspires you. So tell us how your message comes forward.
Yeah, man. Honestly, excuse me. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Honestly, I have a new song coming out on the 15th. Well, not on the 15th. We're still trying to get the date together.
Right.
But this month, I have a new song called Insecure coming out. And I dedicate that song to Duncanville High School because before I got back into music, before I took a little break, I got into the Bible. And one thing the Bible taught me was self-character, morality, and discretion.
Right.
You know, the Bible says discretion shall preserve you, understanding shall keep you.
Right.
Me personally, I feel like if I don't have discretion, which is purpose,
Right.
and if I don't have understanding of that purpose, I'm not going anywhere, you know.
Absolutely.
So-
Absolutely. Well, you mentioned Bible.
Mhm.
Now, how tough is it to mix your foundational faith in with your music? So, because most, and it's not gospel rap.
Yeah,
I mean,
of course,
we're not going down that line, but I think some of that stuff's kind of corny anyway. But we'll get into that someday.
Of course.
But with your message in yours, since Bible is your thrust, how do you balance that? Because I hear a lot of that in you.
Yeah.
But how when others out there hear that in-depth stuff, like, man, where that young man get that from? They don't know it's coming from that book.
Yeah.
So how do you package that in a way where it's accepted, but not pushed off because it is coming by?
I mean, one day I'm gonna look back at this, and I hope me and him can look back at this and kick and laugh. But I look up to Kendrick Lamar, man. I really look up to Kendrick Lamar because he had an album called Damn, and in the album he portrayed a lot of biblical references.
Yeah.
You know, especially the song called Yah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's not afraid to use his platform of a spiritual message and say that I'm not afraid to represent God.
Absolutely.
I mean, even I'm gonna leave it on this point. Even in Good Kid, Mad City, there was a song called Real, and his father on that song said that real is loving God.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not corny. It's not corny to believe in God.
Absolutely.
I think it's corny when you try to act like He doesn't exist.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So that's just my perspective.
Well, what I mean by corny is the real music versus what we would call our typical gospel rap. Now, I'm all with it. I'm pastored for 27 years, still doing that thing. But the gospel rap doesn't seem to have that.
It seems to put itself in more of a block versus letting itself.
And not reality.
Yeah, that is a good way to put that.
Yeah.
It seemed like it kind of holds back. So maybe all of these great new artists that are coming up, Angelo, these new Maximillions and different ones like the young lady just introduced, maybe God is using you all to be the next wave voice for this next generation coming, because the old stuff is just not working today.
Of course.
And I don't want to get off into the Bible thing, boy, because I get sucked in that, we won't come out. But because I will go down that road, we won't come out. So, but what I want to talk about is when you're performing, when you're performing, kind of tell me your method to move the crowd, to get them into your music.
You got to feel it first, man. You got to feel it first. People are not going to, I heard something before, it says people don't care how much you care until they know how much you care. And that's a circle.
Absolutely.
But it's real, you know what I'm saying? Like you have to, if people don't feel you, you got to feel you, you know what I'm saying? You really have to know that what you're putting out is worth somebody's ears listening.
Absolutely.
People don't care. They're not going to listen to you if you don't feel what you're feeling.
Right.
You know
Now that's true. That's true. You got something for me, man?
And I was gonna pick up on this question. Do you feel as if hip hop is being confused with rap? We were talking about this in the lobby earlier. A lot of you know, new wave artists nowadays. You have the Little Pump, the Little Yachty's, the Zan, whatever. You know, so the Pump, the Zan, the Perp, the Dickie, like
no, don't call it Dickie out. Dickie good.
Nah, Dickie's nice.
Dickie's nice.
Dickie got bars. Dickie got bars.
Dickie's nice, okay? Sorry, Dickie. You're nice. I don't listen to Dickie though, but Dickie's nice. You know what? He's nice. Alright, okay, Dickie's nice. Okay.
Back to the subject.
So, do you feel as if hip hop and rap is confused? And explain it how you feel.
Honestly, there's a difference between lyrical and mumble. And here's my thing. Lyrical artists.
You gotta say that one more time.
There's a difference between lyrical and mumble. And you even have people who today are saying, man, mumble rappers are better than lyrical rappers. Again, that's their preference.
Yeah.
I grew up on Nas, KRS-One, you know, Biggie, Tupac, you know,
lyrical
people who poured into my soul and actually spoke their reality into my reality, of course. But to answer your question, I think it was a person from Run DMC. I can't remember his name, but he said, music today, the mumble rap today is no different than disco. And let me explain that.
Absolutely.
Disco back in the 70s before hip hop came out.
That.
Yeah, he said disco back in the 70s was not relatable to hip hop because hip hop started in the Bronx.
Right.
It wasn't relatable to the children who were on Section 8. The children who had to make peanut butter sandwiches to eat at night. Yeah. Disco used to represent fat, flashy minks, you know, flashy shoes, a very lavish lifestyle. Mumble rap today does the same exact thing. You know, look how many cars I got. Look how many, and they say foreign women. They don't say women, foreign women.
Right.
Look how many foreign women I got. Look how many chains I got. You know, that don't relate to me.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
So what I'm hearing is, okay, rap, pretty boy.
Yeah.
Jewelry.
Yeah.
Like fashioned out.
Yeah.
Hip hop, you got the Jay-Z, the culture, the you know, the look, the rough, real, raw person. Right? Is that the distinction that you're trying to?
Yeah, I think I'm just trying to separate real from a facade. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If I was to get signed today by Dreamville, shout out to Dreamville. If I was to get signed, you know what I'm saying? I think one thing you have to do is come in the way you came out. Or excuse me, come in the way you were always.
Yeah.
You know, you can't put on this facade of I'm this lavish person or I got it made, because if you didn't have it like that before, how are you going to relate to people who are going through the same exact struggle? You know what I'm saying? So.
Well, I want to look at this way. Then we got to go out of this segment, hit to a commercial, and kind of show some things on you. Then we're going to come back. Yeah. I want to say this. I strongly believe that people can feel authentic. Hip hop is authentic, and I think people can feel real. And you don't have to be some call them performers or this and that. Yeah. I don't believe real artists are performers. I think it's just who they are.
Of course.
And that message comes across so real that people can feel that, and they want to buy that. They want to listen to it. They want to feel it. And so to be real, I'm going to say, man, I appreciate your realness. Stay real with your music, because that's what's needed out here. We have way too much fake in the church, back down to the street. And we need the real to come back so people can feel that and get their lives changed.
And if I can say one more thing, I know a lot of artists in Dallas that I grew up with. I respect them, of course. They're good people.
Sure.
But it's like, I know a lot of artists who are still trying to push the same persona as mumble rappers. Like, look how many cars I got. And these dudes working at Walmart. You know, I've worked with them.
Absolutely.
So I'm like, bro, people will respect you more when you talk about something that you actually did.
Absolutely.
You know, that's called true art.
Absolutely.
I love that.
Well,
So-
I'll tell you a true fact. Then I know the producer's pushing me. True fact is real is readable.
Yeah.
When you see real, you know what it is, you know where it's coming from. And I believe if we can just get back to being real, that means be honest with yourself, first of all. You can't be honest with yourself, nobody else is going to catch it. So, man, I appreciate your music.
Yeah.
Craig, that's Maximilian. Y'all tell them where they can find you.
You can follow me at officialmaxmillion, and also you can go to princeofaking.com. Of course, I post new and daily updated content. But official Maximilian anywhere and everywhere: YouTube, Instagram, social media. Yeah.
All right, before we leave, we're going to have my boy Max do a quick freestyle on this.
Bars.
music.
Hey, this one's for Mac Miller, man, for real. Yeah. Nikes on my feet, keep my cipher complete. Yeah, this one's for Mac Miller. Shout out to Nas. Yeah. Yeah. Keep my cipher complete. Yeah. Thinking about the Nikes that I never get. While Donald Trump knocking Kaepernick. Silly white rabbit, just imagine if the military had no black men. Would your flag still be average? I ain't African or American, cause Hebrew my heritage. I told you niggas that my hair is nappy, can't afford a pick. Fuck a Nike shoe, I'm only stocking NASDAQ. Been filling my basket with new residuals. My check is more than Air Max. It don't take a fool to get that. All I do is write rap, spit knowledge, kick back. Only 18, hoping that this year would just pass. Hard to cope, spitting dope when all your idols overdose. We was taught love yourself, but nobody wanna show. Not hilarious, nah, this shit was never a joke, but inferious. We destroyed for lacking to know. We inherited laws that was given to grow. Yeshua separating sheep from the goats. Nikes on my feet, my cipher complete. Bless you.
Amen.
I give it up for Maximilian, y'all.
All right, we'll be right back. Y'all hang tough. Watch these commercial breaks. We'll be right back.
Thanks, man. Friends, of course, I can only count my true friends off of one hand.
Yep.
That's literal. That's seriously
That's
literal.
good.
A true friend is, patient and kind. You're gonna have your issues with your friends, but at the end of the day, they're still your day ones.
Absolutely.
That's the same way your relationship should be with your wife.
Absolutely. Now, let me ask this. Young lady,
I ain't even gonna put in my little 2 cents.
Yellow
stand
Brown.
right here. Stand right there. You closing us out.
Just
Another
trying
part
to
of that
say
problem
what I'm
is
talking
You
about.
closing us out. Got a question.
Angela,
Since the couple is here,
since they're here.
my question is, and then when you answer this, then we're gonna let Miss Angel say something, and then I'm gonna close this thing out with something I think everybody needs to have. Okay. Now, if a dispute, and I'm not gonna put you, I love you, Max. I love you, brother. You're my dog. You know that. But if a dispute arises, the 9 times out of 10, the woman's right. I mean, that's just, I'll be honest. Look, see that look right there? I'm gonna say,
That's
9
an
times
A.
out of
That's
10.
an A, but that's an A minus.
Right, absolutely. And I'm taking that from experience. 9 times out of 10, the woman she may be right if we stop it and look at it.
It's slight facts. People.
So how do you manage relationship with an artist who's very eclectic, whose mind is on the second floor 1 minute, third floor the next, 10th floor the next.
Egotistic.
And think he right. Think he right.
And into his feelings,
Ego.
because artists,
Drake.
right? You have that. So tell me how you help manage that to keep your relationship strong.
I think just telling each other how we feel about a certain situation and talking it out instead of going to other people about it. And we have
You doing
I got that on camera.
And when we have a
You get that on
disagreement,
camera.
What we need to do instead of, you know, calling other people into the relationship and asking their opinion is open up that Bible.
That's so real. That's so real.
And that's it. I feel like, you know, Max has a beautiful mind. He might be bipolar, but he's all right.
We all right.
All right. Miss Angel. Miss Angel, give that third key point, and then we're gonna get out of here.
Don't let other people.
Well, let me put my 2 cents because I was trying. I got a million things to say at one time.
Off of that.
But dang, y'all made me forget.
Well, for one, don't let other people in your relationship. That's powerful.
Yeah, when you have other people in your relationship, that's where I was gonna go.
There you go. I got you.
Thank you. So I feel like when you keep other people out your relationship, like I made a song, whatever you need, I got it. Basically saying if we supposed to be together. If we're supposed to be together, anything that's between me and you stays between me and you.
Ma'am.
Shouldn't nobody like when he said when his girl gave him the $10 for gas, but her girl's like, girl, you stupid, but you don't know the inside on why I'm doing this for my man. You don't know the inside of you don't understand. They don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know.
Shout out
They don't know. So but it ain't for anybody else to know.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
the third point.
Give us that third point.
Let the third point. Yeah, Angel, get that.
The third point is
Yeah,
communication. What was the second? Attitude.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the third one.
Shout out Cardi.
The third one.
Beat up.
Be grateful.
I'ma say sex.
Sex?
That's real. That's real.
Okay, we're gonna stop right there.
Finance and romance.
Okay, sex is next week. So stay on
Sex
that.
is
I
next.
should say yes.
Sex is next week. Come here, Rich. We got 30 seconds, Rich.
My mama let me stay this episode then.
I was just pretty much just going off of what y'all was saying. You know what I'm saying? Like the trust thing is big. You got to be able to establish a strong trust.
Yes, sir.
Patience is big. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta notice a person's like intentions and motives. You know what I'm saying? Because like La La Land don't exist. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So you gotta, you know what I'm saying, being a real
That's
round.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Know what's going on.
That's
So,
right.
yeah,
La La Land don't exist. That's a good word.
All right, you
La La
guys.
Land. Listen, hold on before we close out. We're going to introduce the band that's going to be supporting us
These brothers right
when
here,
we
man.
really go
Solid.
launch, okay? This band is going to be playing live for us. So those artists that come in, we're playing to some live. We're calling it The Booth. So you'll see the band in our booth with the special guest artists, and we're gonna just go live with it, man. We're trying to get this thing going where it's gonna be really effective. So I want the nice guys to introduce themselves, the name of the band, and tell them who they are. So y'all gonna be seeing them, you're gonna be hearing them, and one of them is my stylist, y'all. He's gonna work me out because I'm looking rough right now. But anyway, take it from there.
Hey, how y'all doing?
It's good.
Corey. My name is Corey. We have a band called Dominant Soul. We're just trying to reach the people and give it some good vibes and feel good music so everybody feels good and rocking to the music.
Dominant Soul.
Yeah.
All
Can
right.
I find you on social media?
Social media, you can find us at Dominant Soul /Facebook. And personal Corey Maps on Facebook. And this is
All right.
Well, I'm KJ, you know what I mean? I'm the bass player in the band.
Come on, KJ.
I'm really capable of doing everything. Whatever you put in my face, I play. On and up the same producer as well. You know what I mean? And yeah.
We thank God for KJ.
Yeah.
All right, come on, partner. It's the glue.
That was KJ. I'm AJ, the glue. Cause I keep it together.
Yes.
I'm a barber as well, on and off.
Yes.
I sing a little bit. I play keys.
You sing?
Yeah, a little bit.
You got? Should we hear a little?
He said not right now.
I'm
stretching that little
bit. Tuesdays catch me on.
Yeah, Tuesdays is my day.
Okay.
Play bass. We're all versatile. We play bass, drums, keys. We're a versatile band, and we're just trying to bring feel good music to everybody.
Right. But we're definitely gonna use it.
Yeah.
Dominant Soul.
Dominant Soul. Y'all been looking
Yeah.
for him. You're gonna hear him. Lawrence just let me know when we're gonna be breaking them out. It's coming really soon. Dominant Soul. Give them a hand for being here, man. I'm really excited about that. Really excited. Now listen, 30 seconds and we're out of here because they got to go to a fashion show from the last gentleman here this last week, and we all trying to get over there. Listen, in relationships, everybody needs accountability. Everybody needs accountability. Your relationship can't just be ran on you alone. You need something higher, bigger, more powerful, more controlled than us. And we answer to, so we keep us on point. And I believe that is only God. Everybody believe that?
Yes, sir.
It's only Him. So we got to go to Him so we can keep ourselves on track. All right? Listen, we're going to say a prayer. We're going to get up out of here. God, we thank you for your love, peace, and kindness. Amen. We'll see y'all next week. Early this week. Holla at you.